Hello, and welcome to On the Couch. I'm Emily Render.
And I'm Tom Varela. To kick off another great time here On the Couch, we're sitting down with Jeremy Moles and Brianna Lucas, members from the Rowan University Office of Disability Resources. Hey guys, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Welcome to our show.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
So do you guys want to tell us what specific positions you guys play in the Disability of Resources?
Well, I'm just a lowly intern with John Woodruff. He's the director there.
Oh, okay.
But I just asked him if I could have an internship for this
That's
semester.
really great. That's cool.
And what do you do as an intern?
I kind of just email people about the events we have coming up, try to promote them over social media, help organize some of the events too, which is really cool. He brought me to some of the committee meetings he's part of, so I got to help out with that.
Cool.
Oh,
And
that's really
Brianna,
cool.
what do you do?
I am an academic coach and the residential coach on campus. I work hands-on with a lot of the students on campus, more so with the students that have disabilities. And I put together workshops, events, stuff like that to get people together and hey, spread awareness and fun things like that.
Wow,
Yeah.
very cool. So what inspired you to work with students with disabilities?
Well, both of us, but me, myself, I'm diabetic. I've been diabetic for a while,
Oh,
so
wow.
I already knew the office and John, and last year I became part of the College Diabetes Network on campus, and so I knew the office through that and just wanted to get involved and help students that needed it, because I know a lot don't know about the resources that we have there.
Wow, awesome. And what inspired you to work in this department?
I actually didn't know that the department existed for a while until I got into a pretty significant accident, and it ended up with me having traumatic brain injury.
Wow.
And,
Oh, wow.
And then I ended up getting an internship with John's office, and he hired me on. That was about a year and a half ago, and I just kind of stuck with it ever since.
Are you currently the only intern? Or are there multiple interns that you guys have in the program?
I know they hire more than just me, but right now I'm the only one that I know of. I don't know if you know any more.
We have interns throughout the inner workings of the office, but he's Jeremy's the only intern that works hands-on, more so with John, or Mr. Woodruff, if you will. There are interns that we have that work as academic coaches, and they get credits for working as academic coaches. This is for the education department and for the psychology department for Dr. Davis Mastro's courses, stuff like that.
So you guys have interns, but do you also have volunteer workers who offer to help you guys out sometimes?
Yeah, we have volunteer workers. We have volunteer coaches that get a one student per semester, and they get volunteer letters or letters of rec, depending on how well they did for the letters of recommendation. But each of them would get a letter of volunteerism. But we're always looking for students who want to volunteer, but they need. We recommend to have a GPA of at least. I think it's 3.0.
Yeah, that's
Sounds right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. So what is a student, how does the whole process have, so a student has a disability, what's the process of them going through their professors and to explain the disability? What's the process that you guys go through with students? How do you help them in their classes when they have a disability?
Well, I know for me being diabetic, you have to get certain letters of accommodation from the office, from John specifically, he has his signature at the bottom. So you just go to the office and get them. You have to be signed up with the office though, which isn't hard to do. You just do it online or in person. You should do it before you go to school here, but you can. Right. It's never too late to.
Yeah.
So you just do that, and then you go and collect the letters in person. You just go to the office and ask for them, and whoever's there will print them out and give them to you. And you basically just have to hand them to your professors and let them know what your deal is.
Okay.
So it's you will basically when we get incoming students, and actually right now, since a lot of the students we have incoming freshmen for next semester, we're getting a lot of phone calls having parents my student has a disability. We want to know what things you offer for my student. that we can have like classroom accommodations, like will my 504 plan transfer over into college, like what can we have, and like each student is different with each ability that they have, so we call like these disabilities hidden disabilities, because like you look at me and you don't see like ADHD, you don't see a traumatic brain injury. You like look at Jeremy and you don't see like, oh, diabetes. Like you see Jeremy, you see Brianna. And like we have other students on campus who have like a broken leg, and like obviously like they have a broken leg.
Yeah, very obvious. Yeah, absolutely.
And we have like other temporary accommodations, but we have like the students register with us, and you need to come in, or like you can find our paperwork online. Through Rowan's website, only Rowan's website. Or you can come in, fill it out, or scan it to us. Sometimes our fax machine's a little wonky, so I wouldn't recommend that. But we do need also a letter from a doctor, a doctor's letterhead, or like psychiatrist. We also take IEPs and 504 plans. And then we have a lot of the students meet with John. Sometimes the parents will want to meet with John as well. And then we create a letter that is tailored to the student. And then we have the letter made, and we get one for the student, one for the advisor, and one for each of their classes.
Wow.
Yeah, very cool. Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. So stay tuned with us until after the break, where we'll be joined once again by Jeremy and Brianna. So stay with us. Welcome back to On the Couch. So now that we've been introduced to the Office of Disability Resources, let's dive in a little bit deeper into what they do.
Absolutely. So we know you guys host events for the department you guys are a part of, but you're also doing something different this year. You have a brand new event you guys are hosting. Do you guys want to talk more about what you guys are doing this year?
Yeah, so this is called the College Prep Transition Conference, taking place on March 10th. So it's an event basically for high school students with a hidden disability or disability of any sort, transitioning to college. Not just Rowan, just any college.
Okay.
So it'll be a really useful event for those students and their parents to like learn what it takes to transition to college, like being a student, especially a student with a certain disability. So they have to register, I believe, by March 2nd, and it's a $50 fee for individuals and more for their parents.
Yeah, $60 for parents and students, $50 for individuals, and then $15 for any additional. So we actually sent out emails and called different disability groups that were related to high schools, and we reached out to them to try to get them like, hey, like if you're interested, this is what we're offering, and it's not just like Rowan centered. It's for all colleges.
Okay.
We're also going to have like student panels, or a student panel, in which we have students with varying disabilities who will be asked questions and who will answer the questions about life on campus and what you need to do to get registered with the office and things like that.
It's a really valuable resource for students and especially their parents, because a lot of parents are like nervous sending their kids off somewhere that they've never done before.
Yeah.
So like this gives them a lot of peace of mind. I know because my parents told me that when I did like events like this.
Yeah.
So like they get a lot out of it.
Wow.
So besides the student panel, what other like activities will you guys like run during this like event?
How do you mean exactly?
Like, will you guys have like certain like lectures, or is it more like hands-on learning? Like, what kind of activities like will be provided?
So we're gonna like go over kind of what to expect. Yeah. So like we have in the Disability Resources Office or the Academic Success Center, like we have different offices. So like we have the Veteran Affairs Office, we have the Testing Center, we have the Tutoring Center, things like that. So like we'll go over what our disability centers have to offer, and what other disability centers may have to offer at other colleges, and like what the benefits would be from that, and what you can expect. So it's kind of like a what's going to happen, what you can expect, and how you can get ready for this transition over from high school into college, because it's a big one, it's a scary one, and
Right.
you need to get
Yeah.
ready because
Absolutely.
it comes quicker than you expect.
Yeah, it certainly does. Oh my gosh, I feel like I graduated from high school yesterday.
Right.
I'm graduating this year. It's so crazy.
5 years ago.
So, because this event is the first of its kind, what inspired the department to think of something like this? Because I know you guys haven't done this in the past. What was the inspiration that created this event?
Well, I know there's like a lot of students who go to Rowan now that don't know about what resources there are at Rowan, and like a lot of students are kind of like lost and like struggling to get by because they don't know that there's anything out there. We kind of saw that there was like a need for this type of event because people didn't know how to go about doing it, and like so far we've gotten a good amount of interest because of that.
Wow. Okay. We have an interesting item on our table here. Do you want to talk us more about this book that we have on the table here?
Yeah, so this is a book written by Oren Lieberman. He's a diabetic who works for CNN. He's a journalist for CNN who lives in Jerusalem, which is really cool. So as part of the CDN Club, the College Diabetes Network, we had a video conference with him one night to talk to him about his experiences and the book. So basically he and his wife got up one day, sold everything, and went to like backpack around Europe and other areas. And it was going great. You know, they were like, for like 6 months or something. They were like 3 months in, and just out of nowhere he got diabetes.
Wow.
Like, yeah, that's really crazy, right? And then, so he was like, he told us a story. He was like halfway up some huge mountain, and he was like dying on the way up, and like coming back down was a nightmare for him because his blood sugar was like through the roof, which is like really bad. And he ended up, long story short, he ended up in a hospital in Nepal, and the doctors didn't know anything, and it was like a nightmare for him.
Yeah.
So like he had to learn how to manage his diabetes like in a foreign country with people who didn't speak the language with subpar equipment. And this is basically the story of what he went through and stuff. And like, so he went back to America after that, like stayed there for like a month or so, and then came back to the country he was in, and they finished their trip like across a bunch of different countries for like another three months or so.
Wow.
So
Wow.
like he knows how to do stuff like that with diabetes, and this is his story. And like he also explains like how to do it if you're looking to do something like that
Wow.
with diabetes.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is-
It's
it's
great that
quite
like
inspirational.
his story probably like inspires like other people who have like these
Yeah.
type of disabilities as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, wow.
And then because of this, like CNN offered him a job working out of Jerusalem. So
Whoa.
like
Oh, wow.
yeah, so it
Wow,
worked out
that's
for him in the long
crazy.
run.
Do you also want to tell us a little bit about this event that's
Oh
happening?
yeah, so this is also related to the College Diabetes Network. It's almost the same thing as the College Prep Transition Panel for the Disability Office, but it's specifically for diabetes, students with diabetes.
Oh, wow.
So it's like we're putting on a panel, like all of the people in the club, for high school students that are going to college who have diabetes, and we basically will answer any questions they have about what it's like going to school with diabetes, and what they can expect pretty much. So almost the same thing as the other event, just diabetes specific.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very good. So you guys have a busy schedule coming up.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going
It's
on.
exciting.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you guys receive like student feedback from these events, like that you've performed in the past? Like, do you guys get like feedback from the students, like if they like it or enjoyed like the event?
I think we do sometimes. I'm not really too sure on that front, to be honest. I would. John's mostly in charge of that. But
But I'm sure it's really helpful to them.
yeah.
Like we have different events, obviously, and then sometimes we have surveys at the end of the events that we'll get back from the students. And usually they're positive, but you know, sometimes they don't want to sit in a room for that long.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's true. That's true.
But like events like this, I'd say are more important because like it depends what you're getting out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think you guys do a great job. I mean, I'm sure these events will help students tremendously, especially this new event you guys got coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people with I have a few friends that have disabilities that have like difficulty learning, especially because in a college environment, it's so different from high school. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's such a different environment.
It really
And I think
is.
what you guys are doing is such a tremendous thing to do. I'm sure everyone who attends is going to be really appreciative and learn a lot more, so they're prepared to go into college instead of just going in fresh without
Right.
knowing anything. So, thank you so much, Jeremy
Yeah.
Brown, for joining us on the show. It's a pleasure to have you with
Yeah,
us.
thank you guys
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you for having us.
No, absolutely, no problem at all. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah. Coming up after the break, we have Victoria Turova and Danny Mincha with this week's Word on the Street. Don't go away.
Well, what are these
Yum.
delicious good goods?
We're ready to make people munch.
Yes, because it's post-Valentine's Day. It was a very sad single holiday, so we're
didn't
gonna.
bring me any food.
We did not,
Would you like
and
some?
No, I'm good, thanks.
we are going to share our sandwiches and share the love in this trying times. So,
With our great lobby friends, get ready for this. Would you like some tuna salad?
Thank you, but I'm okay.
You're okay?
I'm sorry.
it's
Tuna
okay.
salad? No? Some tuna, some turkey.
I
We got some tuna. Tuna, anyone? Tuna salad? No? Free? They're free. Are you hungry?
You look hungry.
Not really.
Tuna.
I don't like tuna.
Oh, he has turkey.
Selfish. Do you like
I'll
turkey?
take turkey.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
You're
welcome.
very well.
I'm a little disappointed because I was saving these for my house because I have no food.
And no one wants tuna.
And I like tuna though, so I'm not gonna be picky about that. But
Alright.
like it'd be nice to have more than like 2 sandwiches. So if we can not
Tuna, anyone?
if we can not sell them to everybody. You there?
Tuna sandwich? Would you like a tuna?
I'll take it.
You want a plate too? Free
Sure.
plate. We have free plates.
Oh,
as
we
well.
do have free plates. Look at that.
Is this what I'm taking?
That is turkey. Yeah, you
Thank
can.
you.
Yep, you're welcome. Of course. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna have any turkey. That's fantastic. Thanks.
Tuna? Tuna? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you.
What?
You want tuna?
Wow, that was.
Tuna.
Please don't take the
Tuna
turkey.
wrap.
So my choice are tuna or turkey? I think I'll have to go with turkey. Sorry.
Can you give a professional review on our turkey sandwich? I made it myself. It was cultivated on my farm.
I would have to say it's very good. I like the proportion of lettuce to turkey. It's very nice. I think there's just some mayo in this.
I made
Honey
it, yeah.
mustard.
Oh.
No,
yeah,
no, I made it actually.
Honey mustard. It actually
A
makes
liar.
No,
it put some taste in there. It's nice. I like
Very
it.
flavorful, yeah. We also cater water with our company service.
and free sandwiches.
Sandwich and water?
Tuna.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, take that tuna.
I
Thank
win.
you. This is our final attempt to sell the rest of our sandwiches.
We have 4 left.
We
Let's
have
go.
4 left. Let's do it.
Found the victims.
Gentlemen, it's your lucky day. We're selling
Food,
sandwiches.
Delivery. You ordered it,
Wow, you
right?
guys are the best. Yeah, Grubhub, man, that's the way to go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So excited.
Absolutely. I mean, you guys need to be hard at work on this mathematics, arithmetic for about an hour. You know, you gotta break time, you know?
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, that's,
Free
that's,
food.
Well,
that was
goodbye.
Great. Thanks so much. Thanks.
We are in business officially. That's pretty awesome. We were maybe
1-800 Real Pub.
well, no, we're not. We were able to sell all of our food. We can stay in business now.
Welcome back to On the Couch. So, Danny and his word on the street, would you accept a sandwich if he came up to you?
No, I feel like that's a little sketchy, you know?
I trust Victoria more with the sandwiches, but if some person just came up to me with a sandwich, I'd be like,
Yeah,
you know,
some
it's
stranger.
nice.
I'd
Yeah.
be like, what the heck? I don't know.
You know,
Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
that
you know,
kind of thing.
desperate
you know?
times, like I don't get paid that much a week in school.
Yeah, I know,
But
right?
you know, I mean, free food, I guess. You
Yeah,
know.
I know, but a little risky, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Should we get into hot topics?
Yeah, let's get to
yes,
hot topics.
Let's get right into it. So this is the first one that we're going to talk about today is one that I was really confused when I first read it first. So it's a fight over a man's farts forces a flight to make an emergency landing. Which, saying the title of that article is just like, what? How does that work?
Wow. So he made an emergency flight, like.
Landing, yeah. He landed the plane,
because
yeah.
of the passengers who refused to stop passing gas, which is pretty crazy. Would you care if the person next to you is passing gas?
It's annoying. Like when you're on a plane, like there's no real air circulation in the plane. Like if
Yeah.
someone farts tonight, it's gonna be in the plane the rest of the time you're flying.
Start a fight over it.
I was on a flight one time, and this was towards when I was going to LA about 3 or 4 years ago, and we went to Virgin Airlines, I think, and the bathroom is in the middle of the plane. So our seats was like here, and the bathroom is right next to us. So when someone went to the bathroom, it stunk the entire time. Like they flushed, they did what they're supposed to do, but it just stunk. Like
Yeah.
the smell lingers.
Can't do anything about that.
There's nothing you can do.
So terrible. And like flights are usually a long time, obviously, because like you're going somewhere far. But
Yeah.
that's so gross.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, but in this situation, the two Dutchmen sitting next to the gassy passenger reportedly asked the man to stop, but he refused, so he continued to pass gas on the airline from Dubai to Amsterdam.
That's a long
which
flight.
is a long
That's a
flight.
long
Yeah.
flight.
Police boarded the planes once it landed and removed 2 women and 2 men that the pilot reported as passengers on the rampage. So
I don't know, if I had to smell this atrocious, awful smell because someone couldn't hold it in, and I smelled the rest of the time, I'd probably go crazy too.
Yeah, I would
honestly.
too, but, like,
you couldn't at least go to the bathroom, fart, and then come back. At
they
least
don't
it's
even
in
let
the
you
bathroom,
bring
not.
perfume on
Yeah,
the plane.
just
They
like-
take it away.
You just
So.
spray it and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, let's get into our next
Yes,
hot topic.
shall we?
So our next hot topic is human-sheep hybrids could grow human organs for transplant and cure diabetes, which is insane.
This is really cool. I can't believe. I mean, I know science has advanced so much so, but this is insane.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, approximately 115,000 people need a life-saving organ transplant in the U.S., and every 10 minutes, a new patient is added to the national waiting list. Scientists have created human-sheep hybrids in a step toward human organ production in animals. Which how do you think of that? How do you go, you know what? Sheep are perfect. Let's make organs from sheep.
And like, it's so crazy to try to test like so many animals to discover which one would be able to do this for humans.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's crazy how much they would have to actually test to like discover this. And
Right.
like that's probably why it's taken so long.
Yeah.
Like over time to like discover this in the first place.
Right. I mean, for you and me, I don't know how to even begin thinking about growing human organs in sheep. But for scientists, it's so simple. They approach one day supply organs for in humans. So here's what happens. So they do the thing, like they not only grow organs for humans, it also cures diabetes. And so how do sheep and humans correlate to each other? Well, 1 in every 10,000 cells in sheep embryos is human. Did you know that?
No one
I
knows
had no
that.
idea sheep had even remote anything like human in them at all.
I know.
Like that's crazy.
They don't look anything like humans.
No,
if you
no,
ask
they
me.
really don't, no.
I mean, looks is one thing, but being able to like help like our human bodies
Yeah.
is insane. Like
Absolutely.
it's crazy.
And I mean, this is going to be tremendous for people who have been on the wait list because so many people die
yeah.
every year for just waiting for an organ.
really sad,
And
like,
most
how
people,
many-
I mean, some people do donate their organs once they pass away, but most don't for one reason or another, religious-wise, whatever. So I think growing our own is a great solution. That hopefully that decreases the amount of people that die every year.
Yeah, it's really sad how
Yeah.
many like losses we have in America because of this situation.
Yeah, absolutely. On a less serious note, for the third hot topic, so some of you may be familiar with this. A Sylvester Stallone death hoax once again floods social media, again, essentially.
Yeah, it was a fake obituary which contains his picture, which had drastically altered, give him a frail, aged appearance. Spread all throughout Facebook. A similar situation occurred about like 18 months ago. Stallone said that, well, he stated, please ignore this stupidity, alive and well and healthy and still punching. So
I love Sylvester Stallone.
I know.
When I remember 18 months ago when this actually happened, I was like, oh, is he dead? Oh my gosh, I can't believe he's dead. I was like, oh no, it's fake.
I didn't know about that.
Like, please don't give me a heart attack. I love the guy. I watched him since I was a kid, Rocky films and all that stuff. I absolutely loved him.
Yeah,
as an
everyone
actor.
loves those movies. There's not a single person like that I know that like
Yeah.
hasn't like loved those movies. You know.
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
Great. They're
Cool.
great. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that does it for our hot
Yeah.
topics. I want to thank you all for joining us today. I'm Tom Viola.
And I'm Emily Render. Thanks for tuning in and have a great week.